Welcome to Barnstable Today. I'm Nick Cortez.
And I'm Kevin Friel. We'd like to remind you right at the top that the meetings we cover are available on demand at the town's website. You can log on at www.town.barnstable.ma.us.
Memorial Day is just over 2 weeks away, and preparations for the first big holiday weekend of the summer season can be seen all over town. Seasonal business owners are getting their shops ready to open. The Department of Public Works is finishing up roadway improvement projects. And today, the Hyannis Main Street Business Improvement District got in on the act as well, hosting its annual Main Street cleanup.
The bid recruited dozens of volunteers from local high schools and social service organizations, all of whom spent a part of their morning making sure one of the town's commercial centers looks its best for the start of the season. Before the cleanup began, Nick spoke with the bid's Zach Hirschfield, who coordinated the effort.
Here on Barnstable Today with Zach Hirschfield, the operations director for the Hyannis Main Street bid. Zach, thanks for joining us on the show.
Thanks for having me, Nick.
So coming up in just a few minutes, we're out here early in the day before the big Main Street bid cleanup gets going for the day. Talk about what everybody's going to see both on video and around Main Street if they happen to be down here today in just a few minutes.
What you're going to be seeing is a lot of organizations in town. We have some social service organizations joining us, as well as some local schools, and they're going to come down for a couple hours and basically pick up litter. There's designated areas. They've all been assigned. Everyone's got gloves and white trash bags, and what they'll be doing is picking up cigarette butts, trash of all sorts, litter, wrappers, clothing, stuff like that. And then when we're done, we're going to have a picker from the town come around, do a swoop, pick it all up. And at about noon, we're all going to commence on the green for a gathering. Thank yous. We'll have some refreshments. But we're looking for a good day. The weather's beautiful, so...
It certainly is a nice day to get people together and work together on getting Main Street spruced up for the season. And I would have to imagine that that's the goal here because, of course, we're just a couple of weeks away from the official beginning of the summer season.
You're correct. The goal is to, to spruce it up, make it look nice. But at the same time, we're also trying to kickstart people into getting it themselves out to cleaning up. It's nice to see the social service organizations and the school take part, but it's important for the store owners to know, it's their responsibility as well. We did ask them to come out and help if they could, and it's a big community effort and all. It's not, I'm out here every day picking up litter, but it's not going to work. You need everyone to really do their part, because everyone does their part in making the litter, whether they notice it or not.
Well, you mentioned, at least you alluded to a couple of the groups who are going to be helping out today. Let's talk a little bit more specifically about that. How many people are you going to have out here today, and who's coming?
I would say we're going to have approximately about 100, and we have representatives from Barnstable High School, Sturgis High School, which is right here on Main, the Baybridge Clubhouse, which is also here on Main, Champ Homes, which is just in the East End on School Street, and Capabilities, who have helped us in the past. They're local, and they're a great bunch of people, and we are very appreciative of all the participants, and I think it's going to be a great day out here.
Excellent. Now, I find it interesting that you have so many people coming to help. Sturgis, of course, makes a lot of sense because their school is right here on Main Street. A couple of the clubhouses and other organizations like that coming out makes sense too. But folks from Barnstable High School, especially, they don't have a direct stake in Main Street. And as a matter of fact, really the business owners are the folks who have the most direct stake in the way that Main Street looks on a daily basis. So it's a two-part question. First of all, what does it say about all these folks who really aren't managing Main Street on a daily basis to be out here helping?
Well, it means a lot. It means a lot to me, and I think it means a lot for the school of Barnstable. They actually have a community service program there that we at the bid work very closely with. We have about 5 students that come to us during the week and perform duties in the office, outside the office, as community service. So that's kind of where their stake is. I'm very close with the teacher over there, and we have a relationship. They've been helping us for years. So that's kind of how Barnstable High School got into it. And in terms of the business owners, like you said, they have the biggest stake, but they have to be inside their business, and they're lazy sometimes. But like I said, we do things like this to try to get them out and see that if Barnstable High School kids care, then they should care.
Yeah, that's the other part of the question, Zach, is that with business owners up and down Main Street, obviously doing their own thing, managing their business for the day, because most of the places around here are open at this point in the year. Do you find that they do come out, they see the folks out here, everybody working so hard, especially the high school kids, and Do you see them helping out in days like this?
I do. Last year was a big success with the business owners. The year before, not so much. We try to put the word out, but once they see all these different types of people, you know, from the Bay Bridge people who are lower income to the high school kids who might be higher income, they can just see that everyone's really trying to make a difference, and they start come out, you know, maybe they'll sweep in front, maybe they'll pick some trash out of the planter in front of their business or whatnot. But I do believe that it does help initiate, you know, getting them out.
What kind of difference do you hope people will see after today is over? Because in just walking up and down Main Street here this morning before the cleanup started, you know, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, it does look pretty good. But it's the little things that you don't notice that I do notice, like the cigarette butts. I mean, they're everywhere. The stuff in the landscape areas that get caught up. The town did sweep the streets recently, so that's why the sidewalks look so good. But there's a lot of areas that you don't necessarily see in the back lots, down alleyways, stuff like that.
Well, Zach, thank you to you for organizing everything. Thanks to all the volunteers who might be watching later on today for helping out, and we're looking forward to a good summer season down here.
Later, I caught up with a group of Barnstable High School students who came to pitch in, and I had the chance to ask them why it was worth it to them to keep Main Street clean.
Here on Barnstable Today now with a bunch of folks from Barnstable High School, and you're holding trash bags and the pickers and the whole deal. We're out here for the bids and Main Street cleanup, so I'm wondering, first of all, if I can just get all your names.
Taylor Perkins.
David Tierno.
Shapen Moji.
Tom Horn.
How did you decide to get involved with this today?
Basically, we take a class at the high school. It's community service. Seniors, they go out and do a community service for, it can be helping a teacher in another school, it can be helping seniors at the senior center, recycling, anything to help the community for an hour a day, and come back and do your job. So Miss Halloran presented it and thought it would be a good idea to come out here and help give back to the community.
That's right. I kind of wonder how you feel about Main Street in general, as honestly as a place to hang out as local kids. Any thoughts?
Well, yeah, definitely. Around here, there's not always a ton to do. The beach can get old, but there's a lot of stuff to do, and even just walk down Main Street and shop and go bowling. So,
do you guys come down here? I mean,
yeah, definitely during the summer.
Now, I also sort of wonder why you're out here today, because obviously you're in the class, and this might have been the only thing on the agenda today, but let's pretend that you had a choice and you could have done 5 other things today. Why is sprucing up Main Street important to you? Because obviously all these business owners are the folks who have the greatest stake every day in what happens here. I mean, you might walk up and down it, but your life doesn't depend on whether or not Main Street has no cigarette butts or not, so why be out here today?
Well, it's just better when you walk down it if it's nice. It's like cleaner. It's
home pride.
It's just better.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Keep it looking
Especially
good.
for all the tourists that come down here, so you want it looking good.
Yeah.
So, guys, thank you so much for coming on down and helping out today. I know that the folks at the bid appreciate it, and somebody who works just off of Main Street, I really appreciate it, too. Thanks a lot.
No problem.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Take care, guys.
Be sure to join us Wednesday at 8:35 a.m. on Barnstable This Morning, when the BID's interim executive director, Elizabeth Worfbane, will join us for a recap of today's event and to talk about other issues affecting Main Street as the summer season nears.
Now let's take a look at this week's remaining meetings. And the school committee meets in the town hall hearing room at 7 p.m. On Wednesday, May 12th, the Silent Spring Institute has a presentation in the Town Hall hearing room at 11 a.m. The Zoning Board of Appeals meets at 7 p.m. in the Town Hall hearing room. And the Old Kings Highway Historic District Commission meets at 7 p.m. in the West Barnstable Community Building on Route 149. On Thursday, May 13th, Site Plan Review meets in the Town Hall hearing room at 9 a.m. Well, that's all for now. For Kevin Friel, I'm Nick Cortez. We'll see you next time on Barnstable Today.